Presidential pardons are a unique and far-reaching power granted by the U.S. Constitution. They allow the president to forgive federal crimes before or after conviction. This power has been used as acts of mercy, sometimes sparking controversy. A pardon can restore rights lost due to conviction, like voting or holding office, but it doesn't declare innocence, just forgiveness. A pardon is not an erasure of wrongdoing, but a government act of clemency. Some presidents have used this power sparingly, others more freely, especially at the end of their terms. Famous examples include President Ford's pardon of Nixon and President Clinton's pardon of Mark Rich. Both ignited public debate. The process for granting a pardon can involve a formal application, but the president can bypass this entirely. This broad authority means pardons can be unpredictable, reflecting the president's own judgment. Each pardon is a reminder of the immense responsibility and potential for controversy that comes with the office. It's a privilege that shapes legacies and stirs debate about fairness in America. Todd and Julie Chrisley became household names through their hit reality show, Chrisley Knows Best. The series, which began in 2014, showcased their affluent Southern lifestyle and family drama. Todd's sharp wit and Julie's steady presence made them fan favorites, while their children became familiar faces. The show highlighted their luxurious homes, designer clothes, and lavish vacations, an image of modern Southern wealth. Their brand grew with spin-offs and a strong social media presence, making them reality TV royalty. But behind the scenes, questions about their finances began to surface. The contrast between their on-screen opulence and off-screen reality drew attention from more than just fans. Financial authorities started to take notice, and the family's carefully curated image began to crack. The Chrisley story shifted from aspirational entertainment to a real-life legal drama. Their fame, once a shield, became a spotlight exposing their private struggles. The scrutiny intensified, and soon their financial dealings would become headline news. The family's journey from reality TV stardom to legal controversy was underway. The public watched as the line between entertainment and reality blurred. Their story became a cautionary tale about the price of fame. The Chrisleys could no longer control the narrative. Their lavish lifestyle was now evidence in a much bigger story. The spotlight that once brought them fortune now brought them national scrutiny. The next chapter would be written not by producers, but by prosecutors. And the stakes were higher than ever. In 2019, Todd and Julie Chrisley were indicted on charges of bank fraud, wire fraud, tax evasion, and conspiracy. Prosecutors alleged they defrauded banks out of millions by submitting false loan information and hiding income from their reality show. Their trial in Atlanta revealed a pattern of deception, exaggerated wealth, and fraudulent loans. In June 2022, the jury found both Chrisleys guilty on all counts. The verdict shocked fans and shattered their image. In November, Todd was sentenced to 12 years, Julie to 7, both with supervised release. They began serving time in early 2023, a stark contrast to their TV lives. Their story became a national spectacle, a cautionary tale about fame, fortune, and fraud. The Chrisleys' journey from TV stars to convicted felons was complete. The consequences were real, and the cameras had stopped rolling. On May 27, 2025, former President Donald Trump stunned the nation by pardoning Todd and Julie Chrisley. The pardon ended their prison sentences but did not erase their convictions. Trump reportedly believed their sentences were too harsh for non-violent financial crimes. Allies of the Chrisleys, highlighting their faith and family values, lobbied for clemency. Some saw parallels between the Chrisleys' legal battles and Trump's own experiences with prosecution. The Chrisleys' celebrity status and public campaign may have influenced the decision. Their children were vocal advocates, sharing stories of hardship and injustice. The pardon was part of a larger batch, but the Chrisleys' fame made their case stand out. Supporters called it an act of compassion. Critics saw it as favoritism for the famous. The move reignited debates about the unpredictability and political nature of presidential pardons. Trump's decision reflected the broad, unchecked power of the presidency. The Chrisleys' story became a national talking point once again. The pardon didn't clear their names, but it gave them freedom. The reasons behind the decision remain debated: mercy, politics, or media attention. The Chrisleys' case is now a textbook example of the complexities of executive clemency. The power to pardon is absolute, but never without controversy. The nation was left to debate whether justice had truly been served. The Chrisleys' release was a dramatic twist in a saga that captivated millions. and the conversation about presidential pardons was far from over. The Chrysler's pardon by Donald Trump ignited fierce debate across America. Fans celebrated, calling it overdue justice and hoping for the family's return to TV. Supporters believed the Chrysler's were unfairly targeted and punished. Messages of relief and joy flooded social media. But critics, including legal experts and politicians, questioned the fairness of the pardon. Many argued it undermined the justice system and favored the well-connected. The idea that celebrity status influenced the decision was a common concern. Some saw it as another example of Trump abusing presidential power. The debate highlighted deep divisions over the role of pardons in American justice. Legal analysts pointed out that pardons are inherently political, not always based on legal merit. Others questioned whether the Chrysler's sentences were truly excessive. The lack of transparency in the pardon process fueled further skepticism. The case sparked broader conversations about wealth, fame, and justice in America. Would an ordinary citizen have received the same mercy? The Chrysler's story forced the nation to confront uncomfortable questions about equality before the law. The debate over celebrity justice was reignited. The pardon became a symbol of the tension between mercy and accountability. For some, it was a second chance. For others, a miscarriage of justice. The controversy showed no signs of fading. The Chrysler's saga was now part of a much larger national conversation. The Chrysler pardon raises bigger questions about celebrity influence in the justice system. High-profile defendants often get more media coverage and sometimes more leniency. Fame can bring powerful legal teams and public support, but also harsher scrutiny. Some argue celebrities are targeted to set an example, others say they get special treatment. Presidential pardons for famous figures have always sparked debate about fairness. The core issue: does justice treat everyone equally, or does celebrity status tip the scales? The Chrysler's case adds fuel to the ongoing debate about a two-tiered justice system. Celebrities can shape public perception and lobby for their cause in ways ordinary people cannot. Their built-in audience can sway opinion and perhaps even influence those in power. The power of narrative is undeniable in high-profile cases. The Chrysler's story is a reminder that public image can matter as much as legal arguments. The debate over celebrity justice is complex and far from settled. Each case like this forces America to re-examine its values. The conversation about fairness, fame, and forgiveness will continue. And the Chrysler's pardon is now part of that larger story. With their sentences pardoned, Todd and Julie Chrysler face a new beginning. They'll reunite with family and likely return to the public eye, perhaps with a new show or media venture. The world will watch to see if they express remorse or maintain innocence. Their next steps will shape public perception and their legacy. The pardon gives them a second chance, but public opinion remains divided. The entertainment industry may welcome them back, but trust is harder to regain. Beyond their personal story, the Chrysler pardon reignites debate about presidential clemency. Supporters see pardons as a necessary check on the justice system, a tool for mercy. Critics worry about abuse of power and favoritism for the famous. The lack of clear guidelines for pardons fuels controversy and calls for reform. Each high-profile pardon, like the Chrysler's, becomes a case study in American democracy. The debate over the power and limits of the pardon will continue, and the Chrysler's story will remain a touchstone in that ongoing conversation.